You would either be playing this game as an individual, assuming the role of CEO, or heading a particular departmental function. In either case, the rules of the game remain the same. Depending upon the format, your immediate competitor can either be a computer, or other individuals. In this video, I will explain the general principles of playing the game. Please note that this is just one way of running the business, and there could be many strategies that you can come up with. The actual game happens in your ideation and discussion with friends, in terms of arriving at the optimal strategy to outperform your competition. Like in any business, you would first need to do a detailed analysis of your product and market. As a team, you would need to ask yourself what market share you would like to capture, or how much revenue you would like to make. In the first year, your company made a revenue of 6.9 crores. Let's assume that after discussion with your team, you decide that you would like to make 30 crores. If you achieve this target, you can also unlock territory and expand your business to territory 2 and 3. The next important question that you need to answer is, at what price are you planning to sell the product and how many products do you need to produce to achieve your revenue target? Pricing is an art. You need to look at your unit cost of production, look at customer expectation, and also your competitor pricing strategy, before you could arrive at your pricing. For example, let us assume you would like to price it at 8,000, so you would need a minimum of 37,500 units of products. Assuming that there is enough demand, you would need to pass this information to your operations head, who could in turn make his production plan. In order to sell so many units of products, you also need to let the HR know the number of resources that you need to sell 37,500 units of products. Refer the screen on Salesforce required to arrive at this data, and pass on the information to HR. Note, the information that is provided is to sell 1,000 units of products. Depending on your requirement, you would need to compute the number of resource required and let the HR know accordingly. Having passed on the crucial information to operations and HR department, you could now focus on your advertisement and distribution strategy. As a team, you would need to sit together to arrive at detailed projection of the number of products that you would like to produce, and the number of resource that you would need for a year, so that your team has a detailed plan. The head of operations, based on your immediate production request and the future plan, needs to take strategic and tactical decisions. The capacity of your plant needs to be evaluated to meet future demand, and the production process of 37,500 units of products need to start. The head of operations, based on the capacity utilization, might need to purchase a machine and install it in the current plant, and if required, purchase a new plant to meet future demands. Review the plant and machine information carefully before you take this decision. Now, you would need to initiate production request for 37,500 units of Kiss and Micra. As a prerequisite before initiating the production request, you would need to review your available machine utilization capacity and resource capacity. In order to operate your machine, you would need human resources. Check the machine information to understand the number of resource you require. Communicate this information to the HR department. Once the resource are onboarded, and the machine are available for production, you can initiate your production request. Review the outcome of your request regularly by referring to the snapshots section. This will help you make corrective actions. The outcome of your decisions will be reflected in the Key Progress section on the main screen. Every decision that you take has a bearing on time. Suppliers take time to deliver raw materials, machines take time to produce, resources take time to join your organization. Carefully look at the reference section before you make any decision. The HR department, having got information from marketing and operations, would need to act on the request. They would need to contact recruitment agencies or advertise in the paper, and negotiate salary with the candidates before they make an offer. Once the offer is made, not all the resource would accept the offer. Candidates might reject the offer because of your company's brand image, salary that you offer, and the effectiveness of your channel partner. Once you have recruited, you would need to constantly train your employees to increase the EDI score to improve their efficiency. Please bear in mind that training, implementing welfare programs, promoting employees will all have a positive impact on EDI, while retrenchment will have a negative impact. Once the resources have been onboarded and trained, and products produced, the marketing head can now allocate products in the territory for sales. Sales happens only at the end of the quarter. The game compares the value of all the teams in the market, and determines the sales figures. Refer Sales Snapshot and Competitor Snapshot on a periodic basis to understand your performance to take necessary corrective action. While in the process of decision-making, if any department runs out of cash, you need to rush to the head of finance and ask for budget approval. You can initiate a budget approval request by submitting an ad hoc budget request, which then gets reviewed by your finance head. The head of finance can raise capital from shareholders and debtors at any point to manage the working capital required for your organization. However, the amount that your organization would be able to raise will be contingent upon your past performance in the game. If you have an IT department within your organization, they would be implementing various IT programs. Implementing IT programs gives you a strategic advantage. Not only does your EDI increase, it also impacts other key parameters such as time of supplier delivery, to give you the added advantage. The International Business Department focuses largely on international market expansion. They need to look at country of choice and mode of entry. They will be able to effectively function only if there is enough inventory and resources. If you have done your planning and execution well, you would be in a position to generate revenue that would be enough for you to expand to other markets. By now, I am sure you would have understood that deliberation amongst your team members, or strategizing, and planning is a key component of the game. The game provides you an opportunity to experiment with decisions and respond to your competitor's strategy. In this video, you have learned about the strategies and planning that goes before making a decision, and interpreting the results to take corrective actions. All the best in running your successful virtual enterprise.